सुधागड एज्युकेशन सोसायटीचे पूर्व प्राथमिक, प्राथमिक, माध्यमिक व उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालय कळंबोली मराठी, हिंदी, इंग्रजी, उर्दू माध्यम यांच्या सौजन्याने शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओमध्ये आपलं सर्वांचं स्वागत आहे.
Hello and welcome, dear student. This is our third lecture of English 10th class. Before, we have learned a poem, Teenager's poem. Now today, you know that very well. In our life, motivation is necessary. So, when someone gives the inspiration to us in our life, we will achieve a lot of. So today we are going to watch a motivational video, and after then we will see what happened in actually.
The eagle has the longest lifespan of its species. It can live up to 70 years. First of all, a species is one type of animal, like the bald eagle or golden eagle. So, are they referring to one particular, extra special eagle within his particular species? But let's assume they actually mean genus or family, in other words, eagles in general. Generally speaking, eagles live around 30 years in the wild. Sometimes they do live longer in captivity due to a consistent food supply, veterinarian care, and shelter from extreme weather. But 70 years is not common and even quite unlikely. But to reach this age, the eagle must make a hard decision. In its 40th year. In other words, 10 years after it should already be dead. Its long and flexible talons can no longer grab prey which serves as food. Its long and sharp beak becomes bent. Its old, aged and heavy wings, due to their thick feathers, stick to its chest and make it difficult to fly. Then, the eagle is left with only two options: die or go through a painful process of change which lasts 150 days. The process requires that the eagle fly to a mountaintop and sit on its nest. There the eagle knocks its beak against a rock until it plucks it out. Then the eagle will wait for a new beak to grow back. An eagle's beak is made of keratin, like human fingernails. Like our fingernails, an eagle's beak is constantly growing. Eagles tear at tough foods and wipe their beaks against hard objects like branches or even rocks to keep them clean. This process also helps keep the beak in magnificent shape throughout an eagle's entire life. The loss of a beak in the wild would be certain death to any bird of prey. And then it will pluck out its talons. The talons are also made of keratin, like human fingernails. And so the talons too are constantly growing. Grabbing and killing prey keeps the talons sharp as well as prevents them from becoming too long. If they got soft, there would be something seriously wrong with the bird. The talons are what an eagle uses to catch food. To pluck them out would not only be extremely difficult and painful, but would also take away their ability to provide food for themselves. And, most importantly, when a raptor loses a talon in this fashion, it is possible it will not grow back and the loss of blood can be horrific. Therefore, it would die of starvation even if it survived the likely infection caused by plucking out its talons. When its new talons grow back, the eagle starts plucking its old, aged feathers. Birds naturally lose their feathers and regrow them in a process called molting. Eagles go through a molt roughly once a year throughout their lives. During a molt, old feathers naturally fall out and new ones grow in to take their place. There is no pulling of the feathers. Some bird species do lose most of their feathers at one time and are forced to hide until they grow back, but not raptors like eagles. Flight, wing and tail, feathers drop out one by one and are replaced one by one, not all at once, so that the animal can continue to fly and catch food. Plus, jerking out its feathers could also cause permanent damage the feather follicle so no feather grows back. Without feathers, a bird is unable to fly. If they cannot fly, they cannot hunt for food or escape predators that cross their path. Both cases would obviously lead to the death of the bird, and after 5 months, the eagle takes its famous flight of rebirth and lives for 30 more years. Again, they just don't live that long. But, flight of rebirth? Maybe they are referring to the mythical phoenix? Since these eagle facts are all total myth, it must be a phoenix they are talking about. Why is change needed? Many times, in order to survive, we have to start a change process. We sometimes need to get rid of old memories, habits, and other past traditions. Only freed from past burdens can we take advantage of the present. We know the point of this thing was to be a lovely and inspirational story, and we hate to rain on that parade. However, we feel we can just as easily be inspired by true stories about animals and should not need to make stuff up.
Now, you watched the eagle's inspirational motivational video. How he overcome his bad habits. Because you know that when he wanted to extend his life, he do a hard work, and after doing a hard work he gave a more and more life. Now today, like this one, in our English lesson, unit number 1, 1.5, there is a lesson, his first flight. This is the story about the seagull. But before, we are going to learn chit-chat, discuss and answer. Slide change. In warming up, there are some questions for you. First one is, are there any situations when you get afraid? The different types of answers are there. Children gave the different types of answers. Afraid of sleeping dog, at night, cold weathers, street dogs, ghost stories. Then, how would you react if you had to travel alone? Suppose your parents told you, we are in busy, so you have to travel by yourself. So that time, what is the mind? What is the condition of your mind? The children said that I would be greatly disturbed and depressed if I had to travel alone. Some children said, I feel uncomfortable. Then next one, how would you react if you had to stay alone at home? Suppose your parents are busy attending some ceremony, either some functions, and that time naturally there is a situation you have to stay at home alone. So what is the state of your mind? What did the children feel? Actually, afraid of staying home alone because uneasy and fear of something should be happen. It is actually. But now today, we know that the children love to live alone, happily at home. They have the golden opportunity when their parents are not at home. But actually, here the writers say that one. Next one is, what would you do if you were here lost in a new city? Suppose you were in your parents with you and unexpectedly you miss your way. You can't understand how to do now, what to do now. You are confused. You lost your way. So that time, the state of the mind is confused in mind, lose the nerve, collect myself and seek the help of police to come home. That time we have. Find the different types of ways that time. Sometimes we will sit silently. Sometimes we will think someone who will be help us. Then we will collect ourselves, go to the police station, tell them the story, what actually happened, and after then with the help of the police, we will try to go home. Back to Parat Patimagaya. And now today, children, this is our lesson, his first flight. This is a story of a seagull. he was alone on his leash. Do you know what is the meaning of leash? Leash means a narrow, horizontal shelf projecting from a wall. So, this seagull was alone in his leash with his two brothers and sisters had already flown away. Means the seagull had the two brother and one sister. They had already flown, but he have not daring to flying. He had been afraid a fly with them somehow. There are some reasons why he afraid to take the flight. The answers are, he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the leash and attempt to fly his wings. He became afraid. Why? Because the great expanse of the sea, because there was a sea down the leash and it was the expanse. So when the seagull saw that the great expanse of the sea, he was afraid because the sea was stretched down beneath and it was such a long way down because he was at the height and he wanted to go down to catch the fish into the sea. So when he saw that, and it was such a long way down, miles down, he felt certain that his wings would not never support him. Means he was not confident about himself. He lose his confidence. So when someone loses his confidence, he can't do anything in his life. So children, boost your confidence always. Now you are in 10th standard, you know that. And in between, in beginning, when the children say that now I am in 10th standard, what will happen in my life? So why are you losing your confidence? Boost your confidence. So here, the seagull lost his confidence. And so he can't do anything. So he would never support him. So he bent his head and ran back to the little hole under the leash. Means he hid himself where he slept at night. Even when each of his brother and his sisters, whose wings were not shorter than him, they were already flown away. But the seagull, who was elder brother, he did not want to try. Then, which appeared so desperate. Desperate means nervous. His parents, his father, his mother were desperate. They were nervous. His father and mother had become around. They came there. They calling him. Here are some new words like a leash. Leash means a narrow horizontal shelf. Brink. Brink means the edge of the steep place. To muster up courage. To given the means boosting the confidence. So his father and his mother had come around calling him shrilly. Shrilly means very sharply, we will say. They were sharply calling him. Unbringing. Unbringing means scolding. When suppose you do something wrong, that time your parents will scold you. That is a new word for you. Upbringing. Upbringing means scolding. ज्याला आपण म्हणतो की रागावणे असा शब्द येतो. Him threatening to let him stop. They were afraid him. If you do not fly, we will did not given you eat something. Then like your parents, when you're doing a wrong thing, your parents told you, if you do this again, I will scold you. I will did not give you anything. So, but then the seagull did not move anything. And that was the 24 hours ago this was happened. Means the next thing. Since then, nobody had come near. Means in 24 years, seagull's two brothers, his sisters, His parents, they did not came near to him. They leave him on his own condition. Okay, you will do what you want. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying with his brothers. Means he was in the leech. And he was watching that. How his parents helping him. How his parents, his mother and brother, sister, his parents, mother and father helping to the sister and brother. Perfecting them. They will doing the act perfect for them. Are top line. Teaching them how to ski, how to catch the fish, how to dive, how to soar into the sky. Midavia and diver standing on the rock while his parents circled around, raising proud crackle. Cackle means creating a sound in a bird voice. Then, and all the morning, the whole family had walked to the big plateau. Plateau means a big ground. Midway down, Cliff taunting him to the cowardice. Cowardice, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो की भित्रेपणा, means his all family taunting him. Sometimes in our class, some children do not do anything that time. All the children taunting his cowardice. We will doing this one when someone did not participate in any activity. Some children taunting him like that one. Now the sun was ascending the sky, blazing his liege that faced the south. He felt heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. The seagull, who was starving because all his brothers and sisters were flying, but he was afraid. They were flying into the sea. They were catching their fish by themselves, but he was afraid. So his parents decided that we did not want to give anything to him. So he was hungry. So the next day, he was starving. He was hungry. So he stepped slowly out of the blink. He was guaranteed, if I did not do anything, my parents will do something for me. Obviously, my mother will give something to me. So he came out of the leech and standing on the one leg with the other leg hidden, he was showing that he was sleeping. But actually he was not sleeping, he was awaking. He was watching. What will his father do? What will his mother do? He was pretending that he was falling asleep, but actually not. Still, they took no notice of him. Means his parents, his mother, his father, their siblings, they did not notice him. He was doing the acting, sleeping acting. So he saw that his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into the neck. His father was peering the feathers. Peering means making efforts to clean. That is called the peering. So his father was peering the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. Means the seagull's mother was watching the activity of the seagull. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. Hump means a round raised mass on the land. That is called the hump. So his mother was there. She was standing. She tore a piece of fish that lay on her feet. Means there was a piece of fish in her leg, and she was trying to fly. Means she was showing that I will doing something for you, my dear child. I will bringing a food for you. But when actually when she actually came near to him, and the seagull came again forward from the leech, when his mother came near, and when he tried to jump toward the piece of fish, his mother fly to the another wing. And then he was creating a sound, ga ga ga. He cried, beginning her to bring him some food. She was showing, she was trying that. Then he also said that, Gol, Kulha. She screamed back, Giri Sivli. Giri Sivli means in a manner of showing someone that how he is stupid. Means his mother was showing that, dear child, you are mad, you are stupid. I did not bring you something. I did not doing anything for you. But she kept calling plaintively. And after a minute, so he uttered a joyful scream. His mother picked up a piece of the fish, and was flying across him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get near. But when his mother came near to him, and when he came forward from the leech, his mother was changed the motion, changed the diversion. Her wings was motionless. The piece of fish in her beak, almost within the reach of his beak. But it was not possible. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering. He did not come near, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived the fish. With a loud sound, loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards in the space. Then monstrous terror seized him. His heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outward. Means he was trying to fly. He was ready in a position to fly. He was in a condition to fly. The wind rushed against his beast feather, then under his stomach, and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings catching through the air. And then he was not falling, hitting now, but he was soaring gradually. Means because of his mother's inspiration, the boy seagull was trying to fly. He was now soaring into the sky. He was now without fearing he was flying. He was soaring gradually downward and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and soared up gaga. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him. Means actually, in this story, when the seagull and his brother and sister, when they were flying, the seagull was afraid of the condition. So he was hide himself into his nest. Then his parents, his brother and sister decided to not pay attention towards him. So, totally 24 hours they did not pay attention, they did not pay heed, they ignored him totally. So the next day, when the sun was rising, he felt hungry. So he wants something, but he saw that his siblings and his father was playing on the plateau, but he guaranteed his mother was doing something for him. but not actually. So he saw that his mother was taken a piece of fish and she was flying towards him. When he saw that his mother came near him, so he came out of his nest. And when he saw that his mother was totally near and the piece of fish was totally now touching to him, that time he was totally trying to fly. But he learned that, he understand that his mother was flying the another way. And now, because of the hungriness, because of his first try, he was trying to fly. And after then his father joined to him. His father was curving, banking, soaring and diving. He was doing all the activity about that. Means totally he learned how to fly. And actually the remaining part we will see into the next lesson. So we will stop here.